Yeah, but you didn't have.
No, I
said
his mods. No, I said his mods will be taken away by midnight tomorrow. That's what we said. We have it recorded.
Gigi, it's Molly.
Wait, Chum, did he say he was taken away or they will be taken away?
I said it will be taken away. We have it recorded.
My mods taken.
I want to get it replayed now because Dial's saying it's completely opposite what Chum's saying.
I can play it. I have it.
No, there's multiple occasions in which he basically summarizes the terms of the bet. What Dio is referring to is the final statement, right, which is sort of like a finalization of the terms. And he said, okay, we agree on that. So, and then he says, you will have your mods taken away by midnight tomorrow.
Okay, I'm gonna play it right now.
Tom, how's Donkey Kong coming along?
Well,
is that before or after the bet was filed?
He
said that after he agreed to bet $10. But at that point,
hey, who muted me now?
Chum, he was purposefully doing that.
Wait, you muted me, Leela?
No, Chum did.
You hear the betrayal in his voice?
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, how many times do you have to shove
Why do I want to listen to somebody?
How many times do you have to shove your... How many times do you have to fucking butt fuck you, dude, tonight?
Wait, what was the purpose of him playing pornography over the...
It wasn't pornography, you dumb fuck.
What was it?
It was fucking Michael Fall and his girlfriend put his finger up his nose.
It sounded like people moaning.
You are a creepy motherfucker, all right? You are a creepy motherfucker, all right? Like, everybody knows you're a fucking pedophile. Like, get the fuck... Like, you're so fucking dumb.
How'd you know?
You have
How'd you guess?
You have a pedophile look into your face, dude. Nobody would know.
Oh, fuck.
Leo, you look borderline retarded though.
And everybody would agree that you look at the most fucked up pornography, right? And everyone thinks that you're like a bottom feeder.
Where's the bed at?
For boost. Everyone knows that. Yeah. You're a bottom feeder, yeah.
Oh,
it's like 3 minutes in.
Yeah. That's what you are, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What the fuck are you going back?
Might be right.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything back, are you?
Say something back.
Bitch.
Say something back.
A bet that I get your mods taken away by tomorrow?
Yeah, okay, I'll take that bet.
How much you want to put up?
I don't know, $10?
20.
I'll put up $50.
Do it. Okay, let's finalize this.
You know why?
No, this is a recording, Justin.
You know why I know I'm going to win?
Oh, fuck.
Why is that?
Oh, no, I'm not going to tell you. It's $50 still, right?
I said $10,
right?
He said 10.
No, he said 10. Let's do 50. Let's do 50.
And you made 30.
Let's do 50. Let's do 50. You want to bet?
I said I'll bet $10.
No, let's do 50.
Dio in the past, don't do it.
No.
Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Well, I don't like betting large amounts of money, one way or the other.
All right.
I would just feel bad.
I'll do 25. 25. Let's do 25 then.
Do you remember me telling you I said I would do 10?
25. No, I'm saying, what about 25?
What about 10?
What about 20? Okay, you want to do? Okay, fine. You want to do 10?
Yeah.
You want to do 10? Okay, let's do 10. By tomorrow, before midnight, your mods will be taken away.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. He actually said before midnight.
Dio, how do you think you're going to...
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. That changes everything. That even destroys Ratson's argument.
Yeah, so get the cum off your face, Chum. I won, bitch.
That wasn't the bet that I agreed to.
I won, dude. Just fucking suck it up. I won.
The bet.
Suck it up. Every time you come after me, I will shove my dick up your ass, dude.
Shut your drunk ass up. So
I will
shove
up your ass.
Was the first statement.
Wait, hold on.
Chum, this changes everything. Even Ratson's argument or Sammy's argument, whoever it was, it's nullified with this.
Yeah,
okay, but this is wait. This just takes. Wait, listen.
Shut up, Vaughn. Shut up. You're dumb. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, Dial. This just takes away the first part where it's that Dial had to take him away. We can just scratch that, right? This still does not take away the second part where we have to figure out what Dial meant by tomorrow. And when Dial accepted that he lost the bet by that time, then there's no other fucking evidence that you can bring forward that'd be more convincing than that's what he meant by tomorrow.
I don't
now, if you want to say we're just going to go by the literal interpretation of what they meant, then what the fuck do you even mean by that? How do you mean the literal interpretation of what they meant? Words don't have literal meaning.
Look, it means that if you write this down, right, the condition of Chum having his mods will not be the case. Will be false by this time tomorrow. Right?
But it's not this time tomorrow is the question.
No, well, look, you can just list the date that the bet was made at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, but there's no date.
Doesn't matter. You don't need one.
It does when we're trying to figure out what he meant by
tomorrow. It was
tomorrow.
the 17th. He said by this time tomorrow, by the 18th.
He didn't say this time tomorrow by the 18th.
Or whatever.
But like the actual bet was you want to bet that I'll get your mods taken by tomorrow.
No, wait, that doesn't matter because you finally agreed to the ending part where you said your mods will be taken away before midnight tomorrow.
I said
you agreed to that
as like a passing. Yeah. Okay.
But it doesn't matter because you should have listened when you said okay to that. Because you were stating the bet that you were about to bet. I get that you're saying that it was different than the first thing you stated, and it was, but you accepted the revised version.
When the haggling was done, I take it that the betting was over. Like, it's not like
he kept making the statement, I will have your mods taken away. I'll have your mods taken away. Because okay, fine. Because okay, fine. But tomorrow your mods will be taken away. I mean, come on, you guys are playing semantics at this part because the big thing that Dio kept saying when he first started this was, "I will have your mods taken away." It doesn't really matter
because Tom has already agreed that I played a role in the new server.
Oh, so
no,
did
but that
you
doesn't
know?
mean you guys
So by playing that role, are you saying that you knew that Curly was going to shit and take everyone's mods?
It's irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, learn your place, Molly.
We're not gonna go on this fucking butterfly effect.
I won fair and square. Just enjoy the jizz.
What place would that be, Dio?
If Dionysus was not win the bet because he didn't directly cause the mods to be taken away, that wouldn't mean Big Chum would win. The bet would just have to be canceled because then his mods were removed for another reason, and Dionysus could no longer take them away when he still had time to do so.
I mean, that's a good point.
No.
Remember when you said you were going to attack Molly every time you saw her?
Oh, Molly, I was stupid and wrong. Molly didn't mute me that night. I declared war on Molly and she was innocent.
Look, I just want to ask this question. Tom, have you ever, at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, have you ever said, at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, have you ever said tomorrow, meaning just the same day? Just later on?
Yes, of course.
Has anyone in this room ever done that? I'm guessing every single person in this room has.
No. Wait, what was the question?
At 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you say tomorrow, but you mean the same day. It's just later on that day, after you wake up.
So what?
The point is that now, Dio obviously meant that when he said that. And the proof to that, Dio, you're interrupting me. You're interrupting me. And now the proof of that is the fact that he agreed that he lost the fucking bet at that time.
Wait, Jovan, I've got one better. Watch this. Watch. Dio, what did you mean by that?
I'm not going to reveal it.
I asked him that, and he said he won't tell us.
No, wait a second. Dio, didn't you just say earlier that you didn't have an intention when you said those words?
I said there's no way you can tell what somebody's intention.
No. You actually affirmed the idea.
You went out of your way to say they were just words.
I said there's no way you can know.
There's no intention. I was drunk. I was talking.
Well, watch Dio be dishonest.
If that's true,
it doesn't matter.
And this is the problem with doing shit like this, right? Then we allow Dio to go back and change what he actually was meaning.
Leela and I were correct.
Dio is the king of, historical revision.
I and Leela were correct from the beginning.
Hold on. Look, if it's true that Dio said he had no intention, then there was no bet.
That's not true.
How could there be a bet if you didn't mean anything by the fucking words?
That's not true.
Well, look, I think you just got recorded saying that you didn't have any intention behind the words.
That's not, no, you're just equivocating now on intention, what I meant by intention.
How am I equivocating?
Look, no one knows my intentions, and so it doesn't matter. I don't have to reveal.
Not even you?
I'm saying that you said on the record that you didn't have any.
I don't have to reveal.
Well, if no
That's
one
not
knows
what I'm saying.
Except you did reveal, and you said you didn't have any.
Yeah, the stronger point that is he said he didn't have any.
Well, we always have intentions subconsciously.
Oh, so you lied.
No, well, we have subconscious intentions, and we have conscious.
Or are you just so fall down drunk?
I mean, no, I'm saying like
what you're saying.
You can have subconscious intentions and not be consciously aware of them.
Yeah, which means you didn't know what bet you were making.
It doesn't matter. I could subconsciously have known what bet I was making.
How could you subconsciously know anything?
That's a dumb question. It doesn't even
Go ahead, answer. Give me an
doesn't
example.
even dignify a response.
Give me an example.
No, I won fair and square. I'm done.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
False.
True. Well, I have the money, so.
That's the only thing you have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, everybody in here who actually has dignity and respect agrees with me.
Tom, do you think the word that they use matters, or what they meant when they used the word? The agreed upon meaning.
Well, I mean, legally, it's just what is on paper. If you write a bad contract and something else, it's like too fucking bad.
I'm tending to agree with Tom here.
Have you ever heard of the
Dio
quoting standard?
snuck in a change to the bet at the very last second. That was
look, part of what's on paper is meant to clear up ambiguities, right?
Yeah, the thing is, Dio right now is admitting that that word was ambiguous, and by doing that, he's done fucked himself. Because quoting standard is what when you have an ambiguous language, you actually use interpretation of the intentions of the people. Now, if it's not ambiguous, if it's clear, then there's no interpretation needed, and there's no fucking intention needed. But if it's ambiguous, they do go towards the intentions of the people. And now, if we're going to say we're going to, and Dio has admitted himself that it was ambiguous language. Now, are we just going to go say that Dio is just right on this, and that he can just say whatever he wants ad hoc at the end to make him win the case?
Despite what I say, despite what I say now, and let's say 2 days from now, I could say something that would contradict myself. People do that in confessions all the time. We have to go with what the recording said. So it doesn't matter. Now, why to come off of it?
So basically what you're saying here, Dio, is you were able to slip in a change at the last second that wasn't noticed.
Well, I won.
No, let me just ask Van this. Van, let's just run through the scenario, right? Dio at 2 o'clock in the morning says to Chum, I will get your mods taken away before midnight tomorrow. Oh, no, my bad. Let me be more honest because of the final thing. Your mods will be taken away by midnight, before midnight tomorrow, right? Now, midnight of that same day runs around because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And Dio admits that he lost the bet. Now, then the next day after that, Layla comes up and says, Dio, no, you didn't lose the bet. Now, do you think that Dio lost the bet?
I think once you've admitted losing the bet, you're pretty so done.
No,
don't you think? Wait. Don't you think that Dio, by doing that, he admitted what he meant by tomorrow was at midnight?
If you have a contract and a third party comes in and a legal situation,
just let him finish, Dio.
Look, you actually won. It happens all the time.
Hold on a second.
Like, I'm gonna go ahead and
let him finish, Dio.
Justin, I'm gonna mute you if you don't stop.
Let him finish, Dio.
Okay, so
Dio, let Van finish what he was saying.
Hold on a second.
If a third party comes in, right? If a third party comes in and says,
"No,
you
chill. Let Van talk. Come on."
If a third party comes in and says you actually won, it doesn't matter if I didn't think that I won, right?
Dio.
All right, Van, go ahead.
Like, you're not going to use selfish.
Dio, you're just talking over everybody. Stop. Van, go ahead.
I actually feel like my point's being made by Dio here. Out of curiosity, how drunk was Dio that night?
No idea. But you would say that Dio lost that bet then?
By his admission, and he could later say that I was wrong to say that I lost, but he'd already lost at that point.
Yeah, notice the people who don't like me are siding against me, and Tom has always been.
Do you have a problem with my argument?
Tom has always been right down the middle.
Do you have a problem with my argument?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then lay out your objection.
Okay, so you were saying.
I'll even mute.
Okay, you're basically saying because I told Big Chum that I was going to give him $10, then that means that I lost. And I'm simply saying it doesn't matter because a third party could come in a legal situation and say, hey, actually this contract or whatever actually proves that you're actually correct at the last moment, and I would be right. It happens all the time.
I don't even like the fact that we're talking about a legal situation. We're talking about bets between
I'm
people
simply
that know each
saying
other.
it doesn't matter if I didn't remember the entire bet.
Like, as soon as we start bringing legal
it was my
situations
turn to
into
talk,
this,
Jovan.
then
It
I
was
don't
my
even see a
turn to
point in
talk.
ever betting with fucking Dial on anything.
Jovan, it was my turn to talk.
Dio,
If
let
a
me
third
help.
party comes in and corrects it, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Dio.
The objection being,
I won fair and square.
Look,
I
Dio,
agree
we can leave
with
the
you.
winning aside. We can leave the winning aside, right? You already have the money. There's no point in really bickering about that, right? But do you think if you were on the other side of this, you would be as content about it?
No, I wouldn't have been such a bitch like he was about it.
Why do you hate Big Comer?
It's intuition.
I called him a creep for hitting on girls.
Did anyone actually understand his objection to his critique of my objection?
No, he's hammered.
Look, the important thing is that Big Comer got fucked in every hole, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, Chum, you got fucked in everything.
I don't see how you got fucked though.
That's not fair. Come on.
I
think it's very safe to say that he got fucked.
No.
So
No, he got
Justin,
fucked over. He didn't get fucked.
yeah, Justin, I think part of this too was Dio did complain that Big Chum got mods over Dio. Dio was bitter about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the animosity happened before that or not. But
He was that way for a while. And me muting him for him playing like what sounded like porn sounds.
But dude, you're the creep though, dude. You fucking.
It was that, and it was also him hitting on girls that
Dude,
joined
you
the
fucking
server.
creeped all over Bruce.
Hey, you cry.
Dude, you creeped all over Bruce for like 3 weeks straight because you thought
There's
she was
nothing
something
wrong with that, Dio. Dio, there's nothing wrong with that.
Days?
There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
like
with that.
3
But
weeks.
but Dio views Big Chum.
Dude, you guys were doing Snapchat and all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what normal people do, Dio. But Dio sees Big Chum as upstart. He climbed the social ladder, and got mods over Dio. That's where this animosity comes from.
JJ said that's fine. JJ said that's fine, but when I posted Boost pick and said, JJ, you're my top 5, he denied that he was ever in the top 5.
Booze ended up being like a big catfish, right?
That's not true. That's not true, Gigi. I never denied that I was in the top. I said I didn't know that I was. Now, I actually talked to Boost today and tried to get clarification on whether or not I was, and she said she didn't remember, because I wanted to know where I was in the top 5. I didn't want to be number 5. Nobody wants to be number 5 in a top 5. But I never denied that. I just was unaware of it.
They should just make top 4s, you know?
There you go. That'll fix it.
No, I don't mind if there's a top 4. I just don't want to be number 4.
You just don't want to
Or
be
number 5 in the top. Right, exactly. I want to be number 1. That's what I wanted to find out.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
Especially, I mean, for as little effort I put into being in any top 5.
You're just, I can hear it in your voice. You're just talking to talk.
Did Chum tell anyone that Dial
Talking
also?
what?
Dial messaged Krill immediately, telling him it would give him $25 if he took away Chum's mods.
Did you guys hear what just
Not
happened?
immediately.
Did you guys hear what just happened a minute ago while I was on mic?
What?
No.
This girl came up to me. I was walking downtown, and she just saunters up to me as I'm talking on fucking Discord, and her eyes are like fucking crossed. And I just said, she said, "Why are you wearing a raincoat?" And I said, "Are you drunk?" She just said, "Yeah," and I just walked off.
Nice.
She was hot too.
Hey,
But
JJ, what's
he
your
was
opinion
cross-eyed.
about who? JJ, what's your opinion about who won, who lost?
Like I said, I think you won from what I know of the whole thing. Now, the objection, as I understand it, is that you conceded somehow. You conceded before you realized you won.
Well, no,
Wait, JJ, let me run it through
The
you.
thing about it was, right, this is this is so important, right? The thing about it was, I conceded before the midnight hour, before his mods were taken away. Oh, shit. That does matter.
Okay, so
Oh,
JJ,
fuck.
let me run it through you real quick. So the bet was that Chum's mods would be taken away before midnight tomorrow. Now, the question is, what did Dial mean by tomorrow? Now, 12
I think that's been
o'clock.
cleared up.
12 o'clock of that same day came by, and fucking Dial admitted that he lost the bet.
That was that's
Wait, hold on. No, let
up.
me just say something.
Wait, Dial admitted that he. Let me run it.
No, but hold on. He did this before 12.
Say it.
He did this
let
before 12
let
o'clock.
Jovan spew his bullshit before you correct it.
He's just gonna say the same thing again.
That's fine, but I want to
Dial affirmed everything I said. I'm saying right now. So if any of this is wrong, then Dial fucking affirmed something else wrong. Now, fucking 12 o'clock rolled on, and then Dial admitted that he was wrong. Well, that he lost the bet and said he was gonna pay.
Let Layla talk.
Now then, the next day comes by, and then Layla says that he won the bet. After Dyer already admitted that he was lost. And she's saying that he won because it's a wording of the bet, it's some technicality. Now, it seems obvious then, JJ, I think you would agree, that what he meant by tomorrow then was that 12 o'clock that just came by when he admitted
Why do you always
he
have
lost
to talk
the bet.
over people, Jovan?
I'm not talking over anybody. She interrupted me, Dial.
Go ahead and make sure you
Now,
allow her to
JJ, from what I said, does that sound like he won the bet?
Line down.
Now, honestly, Jovan, that's not clear enough. So the bet was made. The bet was made, I think, on the 17th, right? Is that what it was? I don't know what the day is. The bet was made
17th at 3 a.m.
It was like 2 a.m.
17th. Yeah, 2 a.m.
Really matters.
5 a.m. It was 5 a.m. maybe. And that's when the bet was made. And the bet was made at midnight tomorrow. Right?
At latest 3
And when were the mods taken?
It was before midnight on the 18th.
What time were the mods taken? On what day?
I don't remember the exact.
It was sometime on the 18th.
It was after
I
24
thought-
hours past the point that was.
Are you sure? I'm not
They
sure
were
about
taken.
that.
The mods, all the mods were taken yesterday.
Molly, do you have the auto logs? Can you just check what time that was?
No, I don't
like
have
how none of
access
this
to the.
research was
I don't
done
have
before
access to
Big
the
Bang
auto
Day.
log. But because
Why don't
I
you have
came in. Okay, if I can.
Why
I
do
came
you
in.
wait, Molly? Why do you have the auto
Shit.
log?
She's admin. Calm down, Dial.
Yeah, you should have the auto logs.
I don't have the auto logs.
Molly, can you make
Okay,
me
you know what, Dio? I have them, and I'm just not gonna give them to you. Fuck me
Well, it is weird that
running.
you're admin and you don't have the audit logs.
You know what?
Well, she may not just know where to
You know,
find them.
JJ, can you do it? You're a mod.
No, you can only do it if you're admin because the mods don't have that power.
Well,
hey, Molly.
How
Well,
can
you
you
know-
do it in that server?
Molly, don't do the
Like,
pluralism. JJ, shut
Molly,
the
you
fuck up.
realize
Molly, click on
Molly.
the pluralism server on the left. Go
It
up to
actually
where it
doesn't
says
matter though,
pluralism.
Javon.
Right
It
click
doesn't
on it.
matter. We know it was before. We know it was before 12 o'clock. It was like in the
It was on the
evening
18th,
sometime.
JJ.
Yeah, it was definitely on the 18th. It's not close enough to midnight for that even to be a discrepancy, like around time zones or anything like that. It was much before midnight.
Much before, she says.
Yeah, that's right. That's my understanding.
Now, what I was gonna say with the Dio thing. So Dio,
I don't have.
he
I do not have
It's
access.
okay, Molly. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dio said that he messaged Chum before midnight even occurred, right? Before he even, like, before the bet would have been lost if he was talking about that day, right? He messaged Chum before that. So he suspected he would lose, but he hadn't actually lost yet. He was just having a casual conversation before midnight about how he would pay, right? If it did occur. Was it after midnight, Dio?
This is just more evidence that helps
No,
me.
it wasn't. Why don't you guys shut the fuck up and let her talk?
What time was it, Dio?
I have it. I will post it. Now shut the fuck up and let her finish.
Okay, well, if it was before midnight for Dio, then it wasn't finalized, right? They were just having a casual conversation about how he would pay since he suspected he would lose, right?
Okay,
And
Layla,
so
thank you. That just helps me out.
It
though.
was why?
Because you're just saying Dio anticipated he was going to lose because that time was coming.
Yeah, but he could anticipate that he was going to lose from the very beginning.
Layla, the time that he thought he was going to lose at, the time that he meant by tomorrow was coming up, the first 12 o'clock. So he thought he was about to lose, so he was already telling him how he was going to pay him.
Jovan, he could have just anticipated that. Shut up, Chum. Just 1 second.
He anticipated a day before. He could have anticipated. Right. It's not about what he
Jovan,
could
just
have.
1 second, okay? He
I know
could
what
have
you're gonna say, Layla.
anticipated that he was going to lose. What am I going to say, Jovan?
You're saying he could have anticipated a whole day earlier that he was
No,
going to lose
that's
the bet.
not what I was going to say, Jovan. He could have anticipated that he was going to lose. Who did that? Did you do that? Don't do that. Don't do
Don't
that,
mute
Dio.
people, Dio. You're not a real mod.
Okay.
and mute me?
Yeah, we told him not to do that. Okay, so
definitely muting me out of anger.
okay, hold on. Just hold on. No, Dio, you're making this so much worse. He could have anticipated after he messaged Krill and realized that the avenue, the main avenue that he was going to take was unsuccessful, right? And so he anticipated after that action that he was going to lose.
You see the
How is this
screenshot?
at all relevant?
Who got the screenshot? 12:55 a.m. Friday.
That's Dio posting it. That's me circling that it's after midnight at his time. 1 hour.
Oh, this is okay. So this is his screenshot.
This is him straight up admitting he lost the bet.
So this is his time.
No, it proves that I'm right. I said tomorrow by midnight. That was made on Thursday. Tomorrow by midnight would not been when Leela's correct. It was before I realized that I had actually. There was still time for me to win the bet.
Daryl, this is you admitting you lost the bet, though, right?
It doesn't matter.
They're saying that he lost the bet.
Because I prematurely.
Deep breath, Dio. Deep breath.
I just want to hear this. Hold on, everyone, just calm down.
Dio.
Yeah, just calm down. Layla, after he sent that to Chum, do you still think that he didn't lose the bet and that wasn't the time he thought he was going to lose?
Dio was mistaken. Dio was mistaken. He did not.
He was just mistaken? Because the time wasn't over with yet.
I wasn't over?
No, it wasn't over because Tom, you came in here when you created the server. You remember you said you're gonna pay Big Chum. And I said, well, technically it's a new server, so this is the real server or whatever. You're like, no, you gotta pay him. So I said, okay, you're right, Tom. I gotta pay him. But the bet wasn't over, and that's when Leela came in and said, Dio, like you actually won.
How the mods were removed yesterday afternoon.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't yesterday afternoon.
It was the 18th, Molly.
Okay, because
you're not honest, Molly. You're a liar.
Yes,
no, stop, Dio.
Oh, now I'm a fucking liar. Fuck you, Dio. I'm looking at the message right here from yesterday. I'm considering leaving Discord yesterday at 3:36. Looks like you did. That's when I came in and all the mods were gone and the bots were all removed.
Prove that the mods were taken away at 3. Then go ahead, show that proof, please.
I swear to God, you fucking people.
Show the proof.
Molly, don't worry about it. Dio, stop.
Dio, why
that's extremely important if that is the time that he did.
It isn't the time. Do you think we would have debated all this if we didn't see that Chum's mods were taken away on the 18th, Jovan?
I don't know
mods were
for
taken
this
away
long.
Before Chum's
Give me
were.
a break, Chum. Did you lose your mods on the 18th? Chum.
Do you want me to pull a Dio move? Say, I don't remember.
You can just be honest, Chum.
Doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
I mean, Dial's not being honest. He could just say, I don't remember, and just keep the bet going, just like Dial's doing, and you guys are allowing Dial to do.
I think that's evidence enough.
Clearly.
That's evidence enough, Leia, but all the time
It's
Dial
evidence
has said
enough
something.
that Chum is saying, do you want me to just be dishonest? Yeah, it's evidence enough, Jovan.
If anyone else was screaming, it doesn't matter to what I meant when I made the bet, and like all this being childish, and you would instantly jump on them.
Well, I dislike you now, Chum. That's true.
I understand. That's irrelevant to what we're talking about.
Previously, I was neutral, and now I just dislike you.
Try not to let.
Wait, what did Chum do? I don't understand why people don't like him.
Just a bad guy.
Well, I don't like him because he was uppity to me one time. He's been nice since then, but it's going to take a while for that wound to heal.
I also am now against Chum.
No, Sam,
the
this is where you
reasoning?
step in and you're
And the
for
reason-
Chum.
Or Sam is a bandwagoner.
Yep.
I think we
no,
need that role.
It
Bandwagoner.
wasn't as of right now. It was pretty much as of like 4 or 5 days ago, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Are you actually curious about the reason, JJ?
Yeah, I am.
I wasn't even listening. What were you saying? Say again.
I said it was as of like 4 to 5 days ago. It wasn't as of right now. And I asked you if you were curious about the reason, but I'll just tell you. I just feel like
reason
Chum
for
is
what?
the reason for
Oh,
me to
not liking. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I don't remember.
I just feel like he's constantly kind of like slinging shit from the sidelines at people, and I don't like that.
Oh, I don't care.
Nature of this.
I mean, I don't care about that.
Everyone gets shit.
That's fine if you don't like that, though, Sam.
I don't think you guys are being fair to Big Dumber.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck what you think, Justin.
Oh shit. You're right, Justin.
I'm being fair. Is Blackest Kettle a role yet? Fucking
Yeah, yo, somebody changed my name to Blackest Kettle.
just give him the role. I don't think you're being fair to Big Chum.
No, I think you guys are ganging up on him. He had a reasonable dispute here.
Well, I don't know about the ganging up. I agree that the wording is such that Dio won, and just because Dio conceded, because he's stupid sometimes and easily swayed or coerced, I don't think that's a reason for him to have
So
to
do
pay.
you think
I
it doesn't
that-
matter what Dio meant when he said tomorrow?
You saying Dio's stupid, motherfucker?
No, I think it does matter, and I think what he said was.
I just didn't realize the clock was still ticking.
Hold on, JJ. So you said that you think it does matter what he meant, but that he meant the entire next day, not to the 12 o'clock that he agreed he lost on?
Yeah, look, just listen to Dio. He didn't think the time was progressing. It's fine.
JJ, are you really going to be dishonest and say that?
I don't understand why you think tomorrow was midnight of that day, which is technically, I guess, tomorrow, right?
JJ, sing that song where she goes, tomorrow, tomorrow. Sing it.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
That's my favorite
At your
song.
bottom dollar that tomorrow.
One of my favorites.
My favorite song.
Sun will come
One of my
out.
favorites.
Is it really one of your favorites, Justin?
Yeah.
You guys are faggots.
I mean, why doesn't before midnight of tomorrow even change it all from Radson's argument? But I want to get through this because I just accepted it, but now I'm starting to think about it. Why does before midnight of tomorrow change it at all from Radson's argument?
Because Radson said that tomorrow was defined by being midnight.
Yeah, he's just saying before midnight of tomorrow now, so it's before tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow is so.
Tom wrecked.
So it's
Huh?
still the same thing. It's just before midnight tomorrow, so it'd be before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, sit down, son. Put a cord in your ass because you just played yourself.
So Dio still lost even by the literal wording of the bet.
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
Hold on, explain this
By
to me.
tomorrow, not before tomorrow.
No, by the literal wording, he won. But to be
No,
honest,
before tomorrow at midnight. So before midnight hits tomorrow, which would be 12 o'clock. As soon as 12 o'clock hits, which would be tomorrow.
Yes,
Midnight.
that's true. That's true.
So Dio
but-
would have lost the bet, even by the
But I
literal
took
wording.
No. I took him to mean though the tomorrow, the midnight of the next day.
that's also what I took the wording to mean. So you
It's
look at
obvious,
tomorrow.
like, it's obvious that's what was meant by that statement.
Well, wait. What? How exactly did you say it again, Dio?
Don't know. We have to look at the record. I don't remember.
I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing again. So unless you have.
We can. I think I said. We can just fast forward. All right. Let's say that.
Yeah,
I think you said you will have your mods taken away tomorrow before midnight.
I have it right here. We can just fast forward 1 second.
The
It's
question
hard
is
not
before
life
midnight tomorrow or
for
tomorrow
us.
before midnight.
Radson's argument is that once it hits tomorrow, or sorry, once it hits midnight, it is tomorrow. So technically,
Hey, who muted me just now?
Chum, he was purposefully doing that.
Wait, you muted me, Leela?
No, Chum.
Every time you challenge me, I embarrass you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
A day is a 24-hour period.
Dude, what are you planning on doing after you're up his ass every day?
This is Declan. I don't have time. I don't have time for you.
I mean,
I will be up.
What are you gonna like argue ferociously?
Just shut up, dude. Look, you don't want to be friends with Declan. Look, Big Tom, I will be up your ass every day.
You faggot! I've been helping you over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, but help me right now, then. Help me right now.
Look, it doesn't mean I have to agree with everything you fucking do, faggot.
No, this dude is a faggot.
I've been fucking DMing this faggot, being like, Dio, just calm down. Don't let him get to you. And then he fucking calms down like a lapdog. Fuck you, Dio. I've been helping you out, you faggot.
Like a
Talking to me
lapdog.
like that, you piece of
This
shit.
is wrong.
I'm trying to call a goddamn truce with you. Now you're like, don't be friends with Declan. Fuck
This is
you.
nowhere near Dio. You're
That's not what I said.
Look, Declan, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like this dude is such a faggot, though, Declan.
You know, like the loud moaning sounds that people put into like surprise videos to make them open like something on Facebook, like in public. That's what it sounded like.
Look, I will get.
You
want to bet?
Place. Was in response to me telling him.
Wait. Anybody else? Hey, Leela, you want to put up money, Leela? Declan, you guys want to put up money that I won't be able to get his mods taken away?
I'll put up money.
Idea, to be honest with you.
Leela, you want to put up money?
Look, I'm looking at the audit logs, and all I'm seeing is Chum deafened you earlier, and he muted you just now because he thought it was annoying.
Look, cue it up correctly, please. Don't make us sit through a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know when the time is. Jovan, you did a good.
That's up to you, bud.
All right, is it 3 minutes? Is it what, 2?
No idea.
Okay, let's see. How do you forward?
Yeah, it's at 3 minutes.
All right. Jovan, can you forward, please? 3 minutes.
You faggot.
Oh, shit.
Talk to me like that, you piece of shit.
Declan,
Trying to call a goddamn truce with you. Now you're like, don't be friends with Declan. Fuck you.
That's not what I said.
Look, Declan, I'm so sorry.
Just listen to this.
No,
like
this dude is such a faggot, though, Declan.
You know, like the loud moaning sounds that people put into like surprise videos to make them open like something on Facebook, like in public.
Right? You know why I know I'm gonna win?
Why is that?
Wait, by tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that bet.
How much you want to put up?
I don't know, $10.
I'll put up $50.
Okay.
You know why? So you have it, right? You know why I know I'm gonna win?
Why is that?
Oh no, I'm not gonna tell you. There's $50 though, right?
I said
$50, right?
He said 10.
He was going to send the whole 50.
Let's do 50.
Let's do 20 and you made 30.
Let's do 50. Let's do 50. You want to bet?
I said I'll bet $10.
No, let's do 50.
No.
No.
I'll take 50.
You fucking pussy.
Well, I don't like betting large amounts of money, one way or the
You
other.
can't. What about 25?
I'll take 50, Dio.
What about 10?
What about 20? Okay, you want to do? Okay, fine. You want to do? You want to do 10? You
Yeah.
want to do 10? Okay, let's do 10. By tomorrow, before midnight, your mods will be taken away.
Okay.
All right.
Dio, take me up on my 50.
Dio, how do you think you're gonna accomplish that?
He's just drunk. He's not
Dio's
thinking.
gonna,
Dio, I'll take you up on 50. Come on,
do a
don't be a
background
wuss.
check on me and find that I'm a pedophile. And since we don't allow pedophiles in the server,
Yeah, I still don't have a problem with that. By tomorrow before midnight. That's still before tomorrow.
So
Dio, why won't you take me up on the 50?
That would have been it was the 17th at 3 a.m. So
What
the
is happening?
the 18th, that midnight of the 18th before that.
No, before.
Joe
I
Biden,
won
can you
fair
hear
and
me?
square.
Yeah, I can hear you, Justin.
Why won't you take me up on the 50?
I won fair and square.
50 for what?
Can I say something
I
about the
told Dio
okay?
I would take the same bet. I told Dio I would take the same bet.
All
for
right,
50.
everybody listen to Justin. Everybody look at Justin. He wants attention.
No, look, I'm just saying I'll take action on that bet.
So when I said okay at the end, there's a parallel in the video as well. Dio says, I'll put up 50. I say okay. So at the end of the video, when he quote unquote changes the bet, and I say okay, that's not me agreeing changed bet because
Well, I
that's
don't
just me
think
acknowledging.
is that what's that? Is that in dispute?
Well, they've accepted it, but I've still would.
I'm so confused
No,
right
the
now.
bet was for $10.
Yes, I know. I'm saying that me saying okay was not saying okay to change the bet to the new bet, quote unquote. But that
Oh, 50?
I was just saying okay to acknowledge what was said. No, the bet was for 10. But
What are you talking about then?
But Dio,
Big Chum, now you're just being Jewish. Just take the dick up your ass,
the
dude. It's
original
over.
bet was I will get your mods taken away by tomorrow.
Big Chum,
Oh,
you're
but it was
such a bad
clarified. But it was
sport.
clarified.
You guys are so unfair.
What was meant by it?
Uncharitable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It was clarified what was meant by it, what the bet actually was, right?
The bet was original bet. It wasn't bet because once the haggling was done.
Yeah, this is what some might call Jewish now.
Well, it's kind of funny, right? Because he can easily make the argument that since the money was already done, you basically shook hands at that point. Everything said after the shaking of hands where the money was actually settled.
And
is
that's
irrelevant
no,
to the
that's
actual
also
bet.
incorrect. No.
What?
Yeah, take me
You
on
can't
the
just. Why do you keep saying that, Justin?
Because I don't know. Look, if he thinks he's gonna win against Big Hummer,
It's
why would he
over.
also throw in the 50?
What are you talking? It's over.
Look, you're not understanding. He already
I'm not.
tried to give Big Hummer the bet, right? Big Hummer didn't want to do it. I'm saying I'll do it. If he can take away Big Hummer's mods, I'll give him $50.
You just sound stupid right now, Justin.
Why?
Take his mods from where?
Look, from this room, right?
No.
Have mods.
Fuck you.
You should have
Justin,
just
what's
taken.
wrong with you? Are you
You
drunk,
should have
Justin?
took the bet.
Are you
You could
fucking
have.
wasted?
You could have added mods to Chum and then took them away right there and got $50 out of Justin.
Well, he doesn't have admin though, right? He can't do that.
I think the mods can do that.
Yeah,
You
mods
guys
can give
get-
other people mods, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh no, wait, never mind. But
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
could have done it for kicks.
Yeah, I don't look at my phone. The whole bet just now was to see if Dio could remove his mods again, right? What else would he have been talking about?
What the
fuck? You just sound stupid right now, Justin.
I think you're confused, Justin.
Justin is
I
confused
definitely am.
because he is reacting to the recording. He thinks that is
Oh,
not
that's possible,
real
actually.
time.
Oh, you were listening to the recording.
That was the most epic bet loss that I have ever encountered in my life. That was so great.
Well, you
Oh my
lose.
god.
Toss.
I mean, if you want to play it
It's
again,
just
I don't know why
insane.
you.
It's just insane. We're throwing out the intent of the people, and we're throwing out what people actually meant when they say things entirely.
Well, we
Just
choose
going
a
by,
definition
just
of
going
what
by our
tomorrow
interpretation of what the words mean on the paper.
Big Chum's just such a bad sport. It was a 1-to-1 bet in which Dio was very, did not have any kind of upper hand, and Big Chum was much better off, in that situation. They still made a 1-to-1 bet, and then Dio, it happened that was the case, somehow a random sequence of events, or if Dio wants to say there was intention, that's fine. But Big Chum actually got his mods taken away, and the $10 Big Chum couldn't. He's just such a bad sport.
Yeah, okay, no. Jovan.
It's not an argument, Layla.
Jovan, you're confusing what Big Chum is.
I'm not
actually
making
saying
an
here.
argument.
That's right.
You're not. So you don't have to respond by saying that, right? So
No, Radson
Chum
said that
is
it was a
saying,
bad
yeah,
argument.
are you, really? Yeah, I know. It wasn't an argument.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I said.
And it went without saying, and you're still saying it. One
This
last
is what
time?
you do, JJ.
One last time? Layla? One last time?
This is what you do,
All right,
JJ.
so we're moving
It's
on
not
then.
an argument.
Moving on. Moving the fuck on. And Justin still has no fucking clue what's happening. So what Big Chum is saying is that the original bet was that he would have his mods taken away by tomorrow. Now that's ambiguous as to what he meant by tomorrow, right?
The room debated it for like 3 days.
You don't know what the fuck is happening, Justin.
Look,
So
JJ,
Big Chum is not arguing about when midnight is or which midnight, right? He's skipping that part. He's saying the original bet was by
I don't
tomorrow.
care what Chum was arguing about, JJ.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, JJ.
It's
Did the room
it's
debate the bed
related.
for 3 days?
It's actually
Did the room-
related.
I didn't
Did
say
the
it was
room-
an
You're just
open
going
and
to
shut case.
obfuscate.
Look,
When did
It's
I ever
actually
say it was an
makes sense.
open and
No,
shut
damn,
case?
I'm
stop.
gonna explain.
You're
Listen,
just
you
you
made
don't-
it seem like
but
Big
I'm
Chum
already
was a bad
explaining.
sport, right?
Why do
made
you
it seem
need?
like-
Who cares
made
about
it
that?
seem- Look, just mute JJ. Just somebody mute him.
What does him being a bad sport have to do with anything?
Just mute JJ.
Oh, let's hear it.
Look,
Go ahead,
it's very
Justin.
simple. Really simple. Layla
Fucking
made it
black
seem like
ass
Big
kettle.
Chummer was gonna look. Just shut the fuck up. Just
JJ's a troll.
And a wizard.
No, just a
Come on, Justin.
I think he broke Justin.
It's so fucking important, Justin.
Can't hear you, Justin.
I think he's noise trolling.
Sounds like he's running.
Justin's doing the Harlem Shuffle. No, just mute Justin.
Do the Harlem.
Justin, what are you doing?
Jovan, Chum is saying that the bet was for tomorrow, which is ambiguous, right? It was made in the morning.
I
of the
don't
17th.
care what
He
his
says
argument was.
What if Justin's phone
It's
just
related.
stolen
It's
and someone's
related to
running
what
with
you're
it?
saying, Jovan.
I think
Is
Justin's
that
just
okay?
making noises
If
since
what
he
I'm
won't mute
saying, if
JJ.
what I'm saying
Basically,
is
all
related,
JJ's doing is just making noises.
if what I'm saying is related and undermines what you're saying,
Justin, we're
Jovan,
gonna
it's
have to mute
relevant,
you.
right? Right, Jovan?
I didn't hear a word you said, Justin. JJ.
Right. So what I'm saying is relevant to what you're saying.
I don't
Chum
think
is saying
anything you say is ever relevant to the discussion.
I actually think
That's-
that the phrase tomorrow before midnight, if you define tomorrow as starting at 12 o'clock, it's incoherent because there can't be a tomorrow that exists and also a before midnight that exists at the same time.
Right, this is going to be the problems we run into when we try to talk about
No,
legal.
it's not. And if you fucking listen, I'll tell you. Chum
JJ,
said the original
please just
bet was
stop talking.
by
Just fucking
tomorrow.
mute him.
What?
Jesus
You
Christ.
Jovan, you're just obfuscating the
No,
truth.
JJ, he just won't stop.
Just listen
Just
then.
let JJ speak for a second.
Just shut
He's
up
been
and
speaking.
listen, Jovan.
Did Dyer really
Actually,
just
you know what?
advocate for
You know what?
JJ to speak?
You know what, Jovan? Shut your face. I'll tell Dio.
Why did we give JJ
Big
a
Chum.
green card to fucking
Big
terrorize
Chum.
the
Why are
server?
you talking? Shut the fuck up.
JJ, no
Chum
one
is
wants to listen to
saying.
you. You're an idiot.
Chum
Shut up.
is saying.
Shut up, dumbass. Shut up.
Chum is saying.
Shut your fucking
the
face.
bet was for tomorrow.
Shut up, JJ.
So if the bet was made on the
Shut up. Sit
17th,
down. Take a
it
nap.
meant sometime
Take a
on
nap,
the
JJ.
18th. But that's
doesn't
really
necessarily
ambiguous,
mean
right?
that.
False. No.
You've already admitted, JJ, that even you have said at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and you meant the same day.
JJ Dionysus lost the bet. And I can
The
explain
bet was made. No, I'm
No.
already explaining
No,
why
it
he
didn't,
won.
Ratson. Go
So-
rub your
So I'm
crystals together.
still explaining why he won. Everybody else just wants to obfuscate.
Oh, damn,
So
JJ.
Chum said the bet was for tomorrow. It's made at what,
Does
3 in
anybody
the
even
morning?
listen to him? I just tune him out.
It's just
All right, here's
I
my
don't want
argument.
this to happen anymore.
The
Or
tomorrow,
Tom go.
the interpretation by Radson and Jovan is not possible, right? Because for there to be a time window that is tomorrow, it has to be midnight, right? But before midnight,
fabricating the word before. It was
before midnight, huh?
The word before wasn't included in the recording.
That's
It was
false.
fabricating that.
I think
Take,
it
that's
might
false.
be.
Ranson, take the fucking crystals out of your ears. It was before.
Yeah, actually, I think we played it again, and he did say before.
Yeah,
I thought
you're
it was
wrong,
fine.
Radson.
Play it
So,
again. Play it for Ranson.
that means that there can't be a tomorrow that is before midnight under your interpretation. It's impossible. So it can only be Dio's interpretation.
Yeah.
What? Are you saying that Dyer couldn't have said something incoherent?
It's during the moment. Midnight is the moment of like the day
if it's incoherent,
changing
it's
to
just a
night. So there is no such thing as a before midnight in the
what?
sense of the next day.
I'm saying you can't hold them to that interpretation because that interpretation doesn't exist. That time under that interpretation is not going to exist.
He could still. Are you saying it's impossible that he could still mint before that time o'clock? The time that he admitted he lost that?
Yeah, I'm not really going into what I'm still trying to analyze it sort of like a contract.
No, what Jovan's trying to
And
say
I
is
think
that
that's just completely dishonest to analyze it like a contract.
yeah, what Jovan's trying to say is that he could have said something that was incoherent but implied like an actual possibility.
He just could. It's not about imply. You don't. What do you mean imply? I mean, he could just meant something different.
Okay, I mean,
Like the words that he used, he could have just had different meanings for each word. He could have said something that you're thinking is incoherent, but he actually, in his mind, used them completely coherently. It depends on what he means by the words.
Wait. We can't go with what we think subconsciously or consciously what I meant. We have to go with the words.
Well, that's why we go by what you were doing.
We have
and
to
what
go
you
with
said.
the words. And the words, technically speaking, I won fair and square.
Well, that's why we go by what you agreed upon. You agreed you lost by that time frame. So
No,
it seems clear that
no,
that's what you meant.
It wasn't over with yet. I only said that because Tom
It was over
said-
with as soon as you agreed that you lost
No,
until you
you're not
pay him the
listening,
money.
Jovan.
It's over.
It wasn't over with. The bet wasn't over with. Krill didn't take the mods away before the clock stopped ticking.
So?
So I won, you idiot.
Hey, dumbass! As soon as you admit
No,
that you
you're
lost,
the dumbass.
as soon as you admit that you lost and say I'm paying you this money at this time, you lost the bet. The
You're
bet's
so
done.
dumb, dude. You're
The bet's
so
done
dumb.
at that point.
You're so dumb.
Is there a transcript available, or am I just going to have to go back and rewatch it? Because I remember Dio saying tomorrow midnight.
We've watched it multiple times tonight, Radson.
Yeah, he said it differently. The last part, we're talking about the very last part where he sneaked in the little part at the end, and Chum just kind of fucking offhand agreed to.
I think I was just acknowledging that he said it. I don't think saying okay was a. Because I said okay after he said I'll bet $50.
So okay is
So when he said I'll bet $50, I said okay. It's not okay, I'll bet $50. It's just okay, you said you'll bet $50.
Well, that's your fault, not mine.
You're saying it was like a Mark Thomas type of okay.
Yeah, if you want to compare it to Mark Thomas. It's just okay, whatever.
Who muted JJ?
Who knows?
Is that you, Dio?
Oh, I don't use my mods, really.
You
I
can
don't
look
know.
up the logs.
Never mind.
The only time I used my mods was when you were trying to talk and Jovan kept interrupting you. And that was the only time I used them.
So, Tom, why did you initially think that Dio lost?
Hmm.
You there, Tom?
Oh, why did I initially think he lost?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that interpretation.
So you thought Dio meant that time too?
Yeah, I do.
And you think that Dio saying that he lost at that time clearly shows that he meant that time too, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you would say, just out of the spirit of the bet, that Dio lost.
Yes.
But
And
why
would
does
you
that
be
even
upset?
matter?
Let's-
Because I
let's
had
say
the
when they-
opposite.
hold on.
I had the opposite
let
view,
me finish
Jovan.
talking. Hold on. But Tomer, so let's just now, would you say if you were in Chummer's position that you'd be upset about this entire situation?
I would be really annoyed.
Okay.
But Tom, would you have paid the $10?
Yeah, actually, I was in this situation with Justin, and it was actually this exact same situation where it was about intent, and Justin played this exact card. It was over a $5 bet about something which originally we thought that I won, and then it's the exact same thing, and I paid him.
Yeah.
Did you admit that
Especially
you had
with
lost?
like a $5 bet.
But did he admit
And-
that he had lost?
Yeah. He originally said, "Yeah, I'll pay you," and then we changed it after discussing it. I don't know if he remembers it. I can ask him later. I forgot what it was about actually.
How was it the same?
Well, we both originally thought that I had won, right? And that's the
Oh.
same as Theo. Then
What
we
was
kind
the
of
change in
analyzed it sort of
interpretation, though?
like a contract, and then we came to the conclusion that he technically won.
Was there any ambiguous language?
I think that was part of the dispute. Yeah.
So he agreed that he meant something, but then later on changed it after he reread it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much about it because I'd have to ask Justin for the specifics. I doubt he remembers it either.
But you wouldn't even say that you lost the spirit of the bet.
I'm just gonna take the fifth. I'm not gonna speak anymore.
He just has to.
Well, Dio.
You're such a bad sport.
Dio, the first bet you made was buy tomorrow, right?
By tomorrow before midnight.
That was the second clarification. Originally, you said buy tomorrow, right?
I don't remember the recording, but I remember the end.
Well, we just listened to it. But you clarify something about before midnight tomorrow.
Yeah.
So buy tomorrow.
And like I really, I did play. Look, I already won. I already got the money, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. But,
but
these
I'm
are
gonna
important
say
questions,
this.
though, Dio.
I will say this. Yeah, I was hoping that Krill was going to do something, but at the same time, I was also hoping that Tom was going to do something about it, and Tom did do something about it.
That's irrelevant.
I don't think Tom did something about it because over 10 fucking bucks, or yeah, $10. No, I think Tom had his own reasons, but it's the whole 4D chess, you know. It
has nothing.
Don't say that.
See, again, Dio should never be allowed to represent himself. Just answer the questions, though. So, when you made the original bet, I know it was in some kind of heat of passion, 3 a.m. When you say buy tomorrow, what would that mean? Would that mean by the time you wake up, if you went to sleep then, or by the next day, which would have been the 18th?
Have you ever,
right?
have you never talked to somebody and you just speak out words and you don't know what they mean?
No, I never do that.
You've never done that before.
Like,
so if I say,
not that I recall.
hey, I'll see you around or something like that, and you meet up with them like 2 days later.
Are you saying the words that when you made the bet didn't have meaning?
Dio, you've just summarized the entirety of JJ's existence.
Oh,
No, I'm just simply saying that it was a bet made in the heat of the moment, and luckily the stars were aligned that shined in my favor.
Completely irrelevant because we haven't even gotten to the revision of the bet, the more clarified bet. I'm just trying to get the spirit of the original bet, which was buy tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I think.
Now,
I think,
did you
I
think?
think. Look, JJ. I think it speaks for itself.
You should just answer the questions briefly.
Let me finish real quick. The whole room sees it. I'm not going to speak anymore. I think everybody agrees that I won. So that's all I'm going to say.
Well, not everybody. I agree that you won, but I want to clarify it for the rest of the people who in here that don't agree that you won, because everybody does not agree that you
didn't win. But let's just give Dio this
See,
one.
there we go. I mean, I could ask Radson, if you made a bet at 3 a.m. and you said this will happen by tomorrow. That's 3 a.m. of the 17th. By tomorrow being the 18th. Wouldn't you need a specific time for tomorrow?
I'm willing to just give this one to Dionysus because I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak anymore about it, JJ.
I went through like 30 seconds of the video. came upon that realization that I don't care.
Well, there you go. There, you win, Dio.
Good job, Dio.
Thanks, guys.
But it makes sense that he would say bye tomorrow and then clarify bye tomorrow at 5 p.m. or bye tomorrow at 9 a.m. or bye tomorrow at, maybe he wants to give himself more time, bye tomorrow at 10 p.m. or bye tomorrow 2 hours after 10 p.m., which we call midnight.
Dude, we get it. We get it.
You do. Do you really get it, Sam, or are you just saying that?
There's no one in this room that doesn't get it at this point.
Then
Excuse
it's
me,
indefensible.
Right,
Indefensible.
quick. I want to. Josh, are you there?
Sam, I just want to let you know that you're the only person who's ever made me feel racist before. You're just terrible.
That was one of the meanest things I've heard you say. Ratson.
I don't like you.
Hey, Sam,
Wait, hold on.
Sam, no, hold on. I say, Sam, Ratson's a white supremacist, so fuck him. Like, don't listen to anything he has to say, all right?
Honestly, I don't like Ratson either. I'm just glad that the feelings are mutual.
How could you not like Radson?
He doesn't like Jewish people.
I mean, there's a couple reasons.
I mean, he's a charlatan. He advocates for white genocide. He's kind of annoying.
The whole holier than thou attitude.
And
attitude.
And one thing, Ratson's incredibly annoying to converse with because you can never pin him down on anything. He always uses vague metaphorical language. He's just a pain.